Hello there and welcome. Today we're taking a full look at one of the new 2023 Cycloneshock repaints. Let's get right into it. Included in the box is the Cycloneshock itself and 6 uniquely colored Mega AccuStrike darts. Now this thing does appear just to be a standard Cycloneshock with a very snazzy paint job, but if you are not familiar with the Cycloneshock or if you need a refresher, let's go over the blaster. The Cycloneshock features one tactical rail on top. Right here is the cylinder. It holds 6 Mega darts and can be very easily rotated and loaded. Now right back here is the priming handle. It is very large and very comfortable. You can pull it all the way back and it has a return spring so you can release it. And then, of course, right here is the trigger. Unfortunately, the Cycloneshock does not feature slam fire. Now that I have the included uniquely colored AccuStrike Mega darts loaded up, let's take this thing outside and grab some chronograph numbers. Now that we're outside, let's grab some data. 59. 54. 53. 58 and 54. Now those numbers are a bit low, definitely for Mega, but keep in mind we are using the Mega AccuStrike darts, which usually get slightly lower FPS numbers. Now in my experience, the Cycloneshock is not the most powerful Mega Blaster. It's not as powerful as the Magnus. My other Cycloneshock, that is an original 2015 Cycloneshock, averages around 65 feet per second. So with 59 with the AccuStrike darts, this may get up to that 65 with standard Megas. Now let's fire all 6 rounds downrange. Now, as you can see, even with the wind, we have a really nice grouping here. The Mega AccuStrike darts are definitely very consistent, but unfortunately, we're only about 45 feet away from where we are firing, so these are not getting very great ranges. However, even though standard Megas are inaccurate, I'm sure if you put some of those in here, your ranges will increase quite substantially. So what are my thoughts on the new 2023 Cycloneshock? Now, my opinions of the Cycloneshock were already pretty high. The capacity you get is pretty good for the size of this blaster, considering it's Mega. The priming handle is very comfortable, the main grip is very comfortable, and overall, this blaster has a really nice feel. Now, we have to talk a little bit about the paint job. Now, obviously, this is subjective, but I think this thing looks so awesome. They nailed the 90s look. And yes, for the most part, it is painted on both sides. The only thing that is excluded on the left side is the green Nerf logo. On this side, there is some text right there. And if you didn't know, there's actually 2 new variations of the Cycloneshock. The second one looks like this, but I wanted to start out with this one because I personally think the 90s flair is really cool. So overall, I am very pleased with this repaint. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this review, and I'd love to know, what is your favorite variation of Cycloneshock? Have a good one, and happy nerfing.